Yeah, good morning everyone. I will start sharing my screen. Yeah, so am I audible? I hope am I audible for everyone. So I will check my mic is mute or so this one. Okay. So today topic is about the conditional statement. What does it mean by conditional statement? When will you go for the conditional statements? What is the main purpose of the conditional statement? So the entire things we will discuss today itself. Okay. Basically, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Today topic is conditional statements. Today we'll discuss like the main purpose of the conditional statements and when will you go for the conditional statements and the main purpose. So we'll discuss about conditional statements. Okay. So when will you go for the conditional statement? The main purpose of the conditional statement is to execute the statements based on the condition. To execute. So this is the first thing you need to remember. To execute the statements based on the to execute the statements based on the condition based on the condition to execute the statements based on the conditions. So under the conditional statements, is there any types we have? Yes, we have the types. So first one is the and simple if, and second one is if else, and third one is if else if, and fourth one is nested if. Uh, Fourth one is nested if, and fifth one is the switch cases. Switch cases. Switch cases. So these are the different types available under the conditional statements. So we'll try to understand what does it mean by conditional statements and is there any classification there. So we'll try to understand one by one. Then we'll get the clarity. I will open my paint. I will take pen. Okay. Topic name is about conditional statements. Conditional statements. Main purpose of conditional statement is to execute the statements based on the condition. Based on the conditions. So based on the conditions, we make the decisions based on the conditions only. We make the decisions based on the conditions. We make the decisions based on the conditions. So same thing I am writing. We make the decisions. We make the decision based on the condition. We make the decisions based on the condition. Based on the condition. Based on the condition. simple. I would say, for example, I will tell some normal some scenarios. For example, like you have a car, you are driving your car. You have a car, you are driving your car, and if your car have the fuel, if your car have the fuel, then you can able to ride. You can able to drive. You can able to drive. If your car like the fuel is not available, you cannot drive. You cannot drive. Based on the condition, we will make the decision. This is the condition. This one is the condition. Fuel is the condition. In this case, fuel is the condition. Fuel is the condition. Based on this condition, we'll make the decision. If in your car fuel is available, then you successfully you drive your car. If the fuel is not available, we cannot drive your car. We cannot drive your car. Basically, conditional statement main purpose is we make the decisions based on the conditions only. Based on the conditions only. Based on the conditions. Okay. Conditional statements is basically we make the decisions based on the conditions. So this is the one normal some psychological example for easily understand. You have a car, you are driving your car, you are driving your car, and if the car have the fuel, you can successfully drive. If your car like fuel is not available, we cannot drive your car. You cannot drive your car. So it will always we will make the decisions based on the conditions. We make the decisions based on the conditions. We make the decisions based on the conditions. So in the like decision making statements, we have the types. So first one is simple if. First one is simple if, and second one is first one is simple if. Second one is if else. Second one is if else. Third one is if else if. If else if. And fourth one is nested if. Fourth one is nested if. And fifth one is switch cases. Fifth one is switch case. So these are the types available under the conditional statements. Conditional statements. So we'll try to understand one by one. We'll try to understand one by one. So we'll start with first one, that is the simple if. We'll start with the simple if. The first one is the simple if. Simple if. So here also said to execute the statements based on the condition. Based on the condition. This is the boolean. Like whenever the condition is true, then only the statements will be executed. It will always true statements. It will whenever always it will return the true, then only the statement got executed. The statements will execute. The statements will execute. Simple if meaning to execute the statements based on the condition. But like the main purpose of the conditional statements is to execute the statements based on the conditions. So in case of simple if is to execute the statements when the condition is true only. When the condition is true, then the block will be executed. When the condition is true, then the block will be executed. Only positive concern. Only positive concern will go for the simple if. Only positive concern will go for the simple if. Okay. Is there any flowchart for this one? Yes, we have the flowchart. So I will explain with flowchart. Then we'll get the clarity. So this is our program start, and the next our program has one condition. So I will mention the condition here like this. This is our program condition, and then if the condition is true, only positive concern. If the condition is true, then the statements got executed. The statement got executed, and finally my program got terminated. Program got terminated. So same scenario I will write here. First is our program start. Our program start. our program start, and it will check the condition. Here we have the condition. It will check the condition. The condition is true, then only the statements got executed. These are the here we have the statements. Only positive concern. When the condition is true, then only the statement got executed. Only if the requirement is only the positive concern, then we will go for the simple if. Then we will go for the simple if. So here the program is start. It will check the condition. The condition is true, and it will execute the statements. It will execute the statements, and then finally the control got terminated. Here we have the stop. Here we have the stop. Simple if meaning only positive concern. Only positive concern. Whenever the requirement is only the positive, then we'll execute simple if. We'll go for the simple if. If you can, this is the flow chart. Flow chart for the simple if. Flow chart meaning how the process is happening internally. How the process is happening internally. If you observe here, the control got started, and then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the statements. Only positive concern we will go for the simple if. Only positive concern we will go for the simple if. So this much is clear. Is there any syntax for simple if? Yes, we have the syntax. Yes, we have the syntax. Then how will you write the syntax for the simple if? We'll try to understand syntax for the simple if. Syntax for syntax. Is there any syntax for the simple if? Yes, we have the syntax. First one is if. Already you know if is the keyword. If is the keyword. So here, for example, here we should take the condition. We should take the condition. And if you mention the open curly braces and close curly braces, from here to here, this is the scope of the if block. This is the scope of if block. Scope of if block. This is the scope of if block. And here we have the statements. Here we have the statements. When the condition is true, only positive concern. When the condition is true, then only our statements got executed. If the condition is false, no, the program got directly terminated. So I will show here the diagram of how it should be. Condition is true, then it will execute the statements and our control got terminated. When the condition is false, it will go like this, and directly the controller got terminated. Directly our controller got terminated. This is the false. Whenever you give the false, like condition is false, then the controller got directly terminated. Only positive scenario our statements will execute. Only positive scenario. Is there any syntax for the simple if? Yes, we have the syntax. First one is the if. If is the predefined keyword, and from here to here we need to take the condition. From here to here, scope of the if block. Inside the scope of the if block, we will take the statements. If the condition is true, our statements will execute. If the condition is false, then our controller got directly terminated. Our controller got directly terminated. So this one, anyone have any confusion? If block meaning only true concern. Only true concern. Only true concern. This is the flow diagram for the if block. This is the flow diagram for the simple if. Our program started, and it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then our statements will execute and our program got terminated. Our controller got terminated. Only the positive concern will go for the simple if. Simply when the requirement is true, we'll go for the simple if. And if the condition is false, our controller got terminated. So this much. Anyone has any confusion? Simple if. Conditional statements is very easy. So don't you'll understand easily. So I will go for the next one, that is if else. What does it mean by if else? We try to understand. If else meaning both true and false scenarios, both false and true concerns. I will draw the flow diagram for the if else statements. Now we'll get the clarity. So first one, the program start, and here what will happen? It will check the condition. It will check the condition. The condition I will take like here. It will check the condition, and then here we will have the some statement. Here we have the some statement, and here also we have some statement, and here our program got terminated. And what will happen before terminated? We'll try to understand. Here our program got terminated. Okay. So I will take so we can observe here my program has started here, and it will check the condition. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, it will goes to execute. It will execute this statement. If statements, it will execute. It will execute. Here our program got started. This is like this line is for only true concept. Then some cases what will happen? What about false condition? What about false condition? If the false, like if the condition is false, then our controller will goes to this is the else block. Else block, and in the else block we will be having some statements, and whatever the statements are written under the else block, all the statements will execute and then terminated, and then terminated. If else is only I would say true and false concerns. Only false, guys. You are understanding like the difference between simple if and if else. Simple if is for only true concern, and if else is for both true and false concerns. Both true and false concerns. So this is the flow diagram for the. This is the flow diagram, flow chart for the if else. What will happen? So the controller got started here, and then it will check the condition. After that, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the if block. It will execute the if block. If the condition is false, it will execute the false. It will execute the else block. It will execute the else block. Okay. Is there any syntax for the if else? Yes, we have the syntax. So we'll try to understand the syntax. Is there any syntax for if else? Yes, we have the syntax. The syntax should be like this. Syntax. First one is if block. Here you should take the condition. If the condition is true, then if block got executed. If block got executed. This is the true concept. And if the condition is false, else block got executed. From here to here, this is the scope of the if block. And from here to here, this is the scope of else block. If else is both true and false concerns. Whenever the requirement is both, we need to validate both true and false, we'll go for the if else. Only positive concern will go for the simple if. Is there any syntax for the if else? Yes, we have the syntax. This is the syntax. If the condition is true, then it will execute the if block. If the condition is false, it will execute the else block. It will execute the else block. You guys clear with my point? Simple if is only true concept. If else is both true and false concepts. Okay, so same I will take one file and I will write and show you how the like the programmatically these two scenarios will work. I will take one file, the file, I will go here, I will take new file. So I have taken one new file. So within this file, I would like to take the class name public class. I would say conditional statements. Okay, from here to here, this is the scope of class. This is the scope of class. So our like any program start execution start from the main method only. For that purpose, we will take the main method public static void main and string args from here to here. This is the scope of main method. This is the scope of main method. So already you guys are this much is like clear. Now what I am doing, I am going for the simple if. First we will start our program with the system.out.println, system.out.println. So here I need to mention the program start, and okay, and the same statement I am copying and I paste here. Here I would like to mention stop. So this is the one statement for starting our program, and inside this one, what I am doing, I am taking int a equal to some value. I am taking int a equal to 10. So based on this one, I can write the condition like if block. So here from here to here, this is the scope of if block. Here I would like to take the condition like a less than or equal to 100. This is the condition. If you observe, a is holding the values 10, like what I am saying in the condition box, in the condition a is less than or equal to 100. You can like try to understand, is it true or false? This is the true only. A is holding the value is 10. A is less than, meaning 10 is less than or equal to 100. This is the true condition. This is the true concern. If the true like if the requirement is true concern, then we'll execute if block. So here what I am saying, yes, a is less than 100. A is less than 100. So this one is clear. What I am taking is, so first I have taken one variable. Based on this variable, I am checking the condition. So in the condition, what I am mentioning, a is holding the values 10. I am checking the condition. So condition might be you can take anything. Basically, you need to analyze. You can take any program. The condition, you can take anything. Okay. So in this scenario, I am taking a variable. A is holding the value is 10, and I am checking the 10 is less than or equal to 100. Yes, 10 is less than or equal to 100. Condition is true. Whenever the condition is true, then if block got executed, then the if block will execute. Then the if block will execute. After the execution of this statements, then our program got stopped. Our program got stopped. So I'm saving this file. I'm saving this file and yeah, yeah. I'm saving this file and we'll go there and check. We'll go there and check. So I will go here. I will wherever our file is there. There you should open the our Java C and we need to give the class name conditional statements dot Java. Conditional statements. I guess the name and conditional statements. Spelling mistake. Statements. Yeah. Java C and I would like to take conditional. I'll take this name. Conditional statements dot Java. Then the class name and file name should be always the same. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So we need to change the name. Conditional statement. Save the file. So that's why at the time of taking the classes, you can take the simple names. So I'm going here the same Java C. So our program got successfully compiled, and then we need to Java and we need to execute our file. Conditional statements. Yeah, you can see the result. The program has started, and whatever the statements we have written under the if block, whatever the statements we have written under the if block, the statement got executed. The statement got executed. Yes, A is less than 100. A is less than 100. And final statement is stop statement. This is simply is for only positive concern. Only positive concern. If you can observe the same thing, like you can take any number of conditions. You can see here I am taking into b equal to some I would like to take the 200. So instead of 100, if I take the b, so this is valid. This is the condition as not. This is also condition. Now we can say this is the true condition. This condition is true or this condition is false. A is holding 10, B is holding 200. 10 is less than or equal to 200. This I would say this condition also true. This condition also true. You need to understand and you need to analyze. Based on the analyze, you can write the n number of programs. Only the thing is understand the concepts. Based on the concepts, you can write the multiple programs. You can take any number of conditions here. You can take any negative or anything. Based on the conditions, you can take multiple ones. Negative also you will get the same. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the block. It will execute the block. Clear with this one? The same. If I execute the same file, we will get the same result as well. So Java C and the file has successfully compiled. You can see A is less than 100. A is less than 100. This is only for the positive concern. Positive concern. Then what about the negative concern? What about the negative concern? If else, we'll be having the topic that is the if else. Whenever the requirement is both positive and negative concern, we'll go for the if else. We'll go for the if else. Here in this case, if our like the condition is false, then it will directly our controller got terminated. So we need to tell how like some if the condition is false, we need to tell we need to include some statements also. In that time, we will go for the if else. We will go for the if else. So simply I would say here you can take, I will take one more file. Here I will take new text document. So the topic name is if else. I will take the if else, rename, and you can take if else. If else is the class name. I am taking if else. Okay. So public class, I would say if else. If else, and from here to here, this is the scope of class. Every program start with public static void main string args, and from here to here, this is the scope of main method. This is the scope of main method. What I am saying, this is the if else. If else meaning both positive and negative concerns. Both positive and negative concerns. For example, if I am taking int x equal to some value is 10, okay, and into y equal to I am taking the value is 20. The value is 20, and this is the if. And if the condition is true, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, here I will take the condition. I will take the condition. What I am taking the condition, x is less than or equal to y. That is one condition I am taking. This is the positive. If you observe, 10 is less than or equal to 20. Is it true or false? It is true. It is true. If it is true, here what I am give the statements is system.out.println. System.out.println. Here what I am saying is yes, x is less than or equal to y. I am saying I would like to print the statement. Yes, x is less than or equal to y. Yes, x is less than or equal to y. If the condition is false, meaning, so you can put 15. 15 also true. You can put 5. If you can see here now, x is holding the value is 10 and x is less than or equal to 5. Is it true? No, that is false. So if the condition is false, we need to execute the else block. So here simply I am mentioning the else block like this. Here simply I am mentioning the else block like this. What I am mentioning here is the same statement. I will write here system.out.println x is not less than 5. X is not less than 5. X is not less than 5. So simply I would like to take this one, saving the file. Where our file is there, simply go there and open your CMD, and you can just compile your file if else .java. Our file has successfully compiled and Java, and you can if else you can see x is not less than 5. Not less than 5. In previous case, whatever the statement available under the if block, that statement got executed. In this case, whatever the statements are available under the else block, that statement got executed. Why? Because when the condition is false, then else block will be executed. When the condition is true, if block will be executed. Both concerns, true and false concerns, will go for the else if. Only positive concerns will go for the simple if. Clear? Anyone has any confusion about simple if and if else? Only positive concern will go for the simple if. Both positive and negative concern will go for the if else. Clear? Everyone is clear with this point? Anyone has any confusion? So should I go for the next one? Okay. The next one is yeah. Next one is if else if. Guys, all the statements main purpose is this one only. You can make the decisions based on the conditions, and there will be having different types. So when like the decision is only true concern, then we'll go for the simple if. When the condition is both true and false, we'll go for the if else. Okay. And the next topic is if else if. The next one is if else if. So if else if, basically when we have the multiple condition, we will go for the if else if. When we have the multiple conditions, we will go for the if else if. So is there any syntax for the if else if? Yes, we have the syntax. So I will write the syntax. Syntax for if else if. Here we will check condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the if block. Condition is true, it will execute the if block. If the condition is false, it will go else if block. There it will check the condition. So I will just scroll down. There it will check the condition. Here also condition, like the condition is true, then this block will execute. Here also the condition is false, then what will happen? Again it will goes to else if. And there it will check the condition. Again it will check the condition. This is the scope of the condition. Again you can see here, again the condition is true, then it will execute. Again the condition is false, what will happen? Again it will goes to the down and it will check the if else condition. So this is the, you should remember, in case of if else if is when the requirement is multiple conditions. We will go for the if else if. When the requirement is multiple conditions, we will go with if else. Okay, if else if. So I will repeat one more time. If else if meaning when the multiple conditions we have, then we will go with if else if. Here you can see, first the controller will check the if condition. If the condition is true, then if block will be executed. The statement got executed and the controller got terminated. If the condition is false, then controller will goes to if else and it will check the condition. Here also it will check both true and false. If the condition is true, then it will got execute this condition. If here also the condition is false, again it will goes to the another if else block. Again it will goes to the again it will goes to the one more if else block. There also it will check the false and true, and there the like condition is true, then it will execute the that block. If not, again it will go. Whenever the multiple conditions will be there, then we will go for the simple if. So here like I will tell some some psychological examples. For example, in IT industry, if you have 0 to 2 years of experience in IT industry, you are associate engineer. You are associate engineer. Okay. If you have experience 2 to 5, if you have 2 to 5 years of experience, you are software engineer. You are software engineer. Software engineer. And you have 5 to 9 years of experience. You are senior. Senior software engineer. Senior software engineer. Okay. Senior software engineer. And like more than 9 years, more than 9 to I can say 14 years of experience, you are the team lead. You are the team lead. And more than 14, you are the architecture, you are manager in your team. This is the normal scenarios and normal positions. The same scenario, how will you write the programmatically? You clear with my point? If you have, like in IT industries, if you have the 0 to 2 years of experience, you are the associate engineer. And if you have 2 to 5 years of experience, then you are the software engineer. If you have 5 to 9 years of experience, you are the senior software engineer. And if you have 9 to 14 years, you are the team lead. You are the team lead. And more than 14, you are the architect. You are the architect. This is the normal positions in like normal scenarios in the IT sector. The same scenario, how will you write the programmatically? How will you write the programmatically? I will show you some dummy program here. Then, for example, input I am taking int a equal to 5. Int a equal to 5. Okay. Int a equal to 5. Then here what I am saying, I am taking the condition. I will check here what if the person years of experience is greater than or equal to 0, and the person experience less than or equal to 2, then what will happen? It will execute. Here in the SOP statement, I will return he is the associate engineer. Associate engineer. Associate engineer. Okay. This is the input. So if the condition is true, then it will execute. If the condition is false, then what will happen? It will goes to the else if. It will goes to the else if. There it will check the condition. Here what I am writing, I will write like this. A is less than or equal to 2. No, greater than or equal to 2. I will control that. A is greater than or equal to 2, meaning A should be always greater than 2, and then A is less than or equal to 5. Here what I am writing, SOP statement, like the person age should be, like the person experience should be in between 2 to 5. Then we need to display this message: he is software engineer, he is software engineer, he is software engineer, he is software engineer. So the same thing, if you have the multiple conditions, we can take the all the multiple conditions in the one program, then we can validate, so in this case we are taking, this is the input we are taking from the file itself, but we can take the inputs from the keyboard also. From the keyboard we can take the two inputs, like two types, two ways we can take the input, like one is the scanner class, second one is the buffer reader. So with the help of two, like we can take the inputs. Here normally I am taking the, this is the hard coding. So like with the help of we are taking as the input is the 5. So this 5 where it will like the condition, it will check, the controller will check all the conditions. First it will check the condition, so the 5 in between this condition, no, so that's why the condition is false. If the condition is false, it will goes to this block and it will check. There the, yeah, 5 is here, like in between 2 to 5. Yes, this block will be execute. This block will be execute. This one, anyone is any confusion? Should I explain one more time? If else if meaning multiple conditions. Based on the multiple conditions, we will go with if else if. Is there any syntax? As we have the syntax. If is we will take the condition, there the condition is true, then it will execute the if block. If the, like next one is, if the condition is false, it will go to the else if, and it will check the, it will execute the statements. If the condition is false, then again it will goes to else if. Like same way, multiple, whenever the requirement is multiple conditions, will go for the else if else if. So this is the normal IT example. So instead of this one, you can take any example. You can take any example instead of this one. You can take any example, no issue. Okay, we can, whenever the condition, like we have the multiple conditions requirement, we can go with if else if. So the same thing I will write. I will take one file and then I will write the program. It itself will get the clarity how it is working. The file name I am taking if else if else if dot java. Okay. First one, public class if else if. From here to here, this is the scope of class, and we need to take the main method. For the main method, I would like to take public static void main string args the same scenario what I explained till now. The same scenario I would like to write the program and I would like to execute the program. So here the input, I would like to take the input into I would say a, or you can take any variable name. I am taking 5, and here I would like to take the if condition. Here I would like to the condition, this is the block, if block, this is the if block, this is the if block. Here I would like to write the condition a greater than or equal to 0 and a less than or equal to 2, a less than or equal to 2. And when this condition is true, I would like to print this statement. The statement is system.out.println. System.out.println. Here I would like to mention he is the associate engineer. He is associate engineer. taking input as 5. This condition is true or false right now? False. Why? Because so the 5 is shouldn't in between this condition. 5 is not in between 0 and 2. This condition is false. If the condition is false, then it will go to the else if, and here we'll take the block, and here we'll take the condition is a is greater than or equal to 2 and a less than or equal to 5. Now you can tell me, so the a is in between 2 to 5 or not? Yes, yes. So now I would like to copy this statement, and I will paste here. Here I would like to mention software engineer. So in case of here I would like to take 8, then what will happen? A is in between 2 to 5 or not? Not. Meaning this is the false. If it is false, then again it will goes to if else, and it will check the condition. Again it will goes to the if else, and it will again check the condition. Again it will check the condition. Here I would like to write the condition is should be like this: a is greater than or equal to 5, and a is less than or equal to 9. If the statement is true, then what will happen? We will print this message: he is the senior software engineer. Senior software engineer. Senior software engineer. I would like to print display this message. If I take instead of 8, if I take 12, then what will happen? Again this is false. Then what it will do? Again it will goes to the if else if. I would say else if, and it will goes to here, and so multiple conditions. You can take multiple conditions. So based on the requirement, you can take multiple conditions. Here what it will do? Again it will check the condition. Again it will check the condition: a greater than or equal to 9, and a less than or equal to 14. So here you can say is the team lead. Is the team lead. Is the tech lead. Tech lead or team lead. Anything can. So now you can tell me what will be the output. Now you can tell me what will be the output. So we are taking as the input is this one. A is holding the value is 12. First condition it will tell, it will check the 12 is in between the 0 to 2, no, false. And again the controller will goes to this condition. Again the controller will goes to this condition. 12 is in between 2 to 5, no, this condition also false. And again the controller will goes to like the third condition, it will check here. 12 is in between the 5 to 9, no. Again it will goes to the next condition, it will check 9 is the 12 is in between the 9 to 14. Yes, it is in between the 9 to 14. So the condition is true. Where the condition is true, then that block will be executed. The same program saving here. The same program I am saving here. Wherever the file is there, I am going there, and I am. You can see, he is the tech lead. Clear with this one. If you clear, okay. If not clear, I will tell one more example also. Should I tell one more example? Okay, I will tell one more example also. So actually very easy. So for your understanding purpose, I will tell one more example also. Everybody written the exams like 10th class, intermediate, already like we written the some exams. we need to validate the marks. How will you validate the marks? We need to validate the marks. For example, we can categorize the marks the person get in between 85 to 100. 85 to 100. The person, if the person will get the score in between 85 to 100, then he is the distinction. Is the distinction. We need to write the program. This is the right requirement. So the client will tell the requirement like this only. Based on the requirement, we can analyze, we can write the program. We can write the program. This is my requirement. So now in this case, in this situation, I am telling the requirement to you. Based on the requirement, we can analyze and we can write the program. My requirement is if the student got score in between 85 to 100, we need to display distinction. You need to display distinctions. If the student in between, we will write 85, not 85, 75 to 100. If the student will score in between 35 to 75, he is the first class. Yeah, over 75 is the distinction. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not 35 to 75. Uh, okay, we will man 85 to 100 is the distinction. Okay, you can assume like this. This is the distinction. This is the distinction. And first class is in between 60 to 85. 60 to 85 is the first class. First class. Next, 35 to 60 is the second class. Second class. And 0 to 35 is the fail, or we can say study well. Study well or fail. This is actual the client requirement. Based on this requirement, how will you write the program? How will you write the program? When the student got the score in between 85 to 100, we need to display the distinction. The student get the score in between the 60 to 85, we need to display the first class. If the student got scored in between 35 to 60, we need to display the second class. If the student got in between 0 to 35, we need to display study with. We need to display study with. For this program, how will you write the program? Here we have the multiple conditions. Here we have the multiple conditions. Like if the student got like might be 90, then we need to display the distance. If the student got in between 70, then we need to display the first class. The same scenario, I will write the program and show you how we will write for this one. I'm deleting all things. So first one, I will take the marks equal to 80. 70 I am taking. Okay, first I will take the if condition, and here I would like to take the block if block. Here if the in the if block, I am taking the condition is marks greater than or equal to 85, and marks less than or equal to 100. Less than or equal to 100. Here I will display system.out.println. System.out.println. Here I would like to display distinction. Okay, so you can tell me the 70 is in between 85 to, no, it is false. Then what it will do? It will go else if. It will go else if, and there we will write the condition is like this. the marks is in between, marks greater than or equal to 70, 60, I guess, 60, I will say, marks less than or equal to 85, 85. Then we need to display that message is first class. We need to display the message is first class. So instead of this one, I would like to write first class, and in the same way. So we can the controller will check here. So the 70 is in between the 60 and 85. Yes, true. Then it will execute. But what happens in case of if I take the 40, then it will check. It is not in between the this is false. Then what it will do? Again it will goes to else if. Again it will goes to else if, and here it will check the condition. What the condition it will check? Marks less than or equal greater than or equal to 35 to 35, and marks less less than or equal to 65 or 60, less than or equal to 60. And here I would like to take the condition. The condition is hmm, he is the second class. He got the second class. He got second class. He got second class. And if the person like got the score is 30, then what will happen? We need to display study well. We need to display study well. The same thing I am taking if else, and here I would like to take the condition marks, yeah, greater than or equal to 0 to 35, 0 and marks less than or equal to 35, less than or equal to 35, and there itself you can take the, you need to display the message is study well. We need to display the study well, study well. So this much is clear. Based on the condition, it will check if the condition is true. If the condition is true, that block will be executed. If the condition is false, until it will check, where the condition is true. Where the condition is true, it will check. So clear. If all the ways, if the all the like in the all the areas, if the condition is false only, then the finally we will take the else block. Finally we will take the else block, and here we will mention we are taking invalid input. Here we will mention invalid input. Why? Because we are writing the program based on the input only. We have written all the conditions. The score, like the input must be in between the 0 to 100. 0 to 100. If you get the 200 score, so what the program will do? Then we need to display that is the invalid input. That is the invalid input. Invalid input. So clear this one. Now I will take here some 70 I will take. I am saving the file. Simply I will go where our file will be there. I am going here. Java C. Already we have the commands, so simply we will use above the commands. You can see our file successfully compiled. Now we need to execute the file. Java if you see first class, you will get the first class. So if I take the 200, then what will happen? If I take the 200, what it will do? Java, and then you can see invalid. So in this case, all the conditions is false. then it will execute else block. It will execute else block. So clear with this one. Clear with this one. Should I go for the next one? Okay. So next concept is nested if. Nested if means if के अंदर if, meaning one is available inside the another if. One is available inside the another if. Is there any syntax? Yes, we have the syntax. We have the syntax. These are the very important tokens, guys. Is there any syntax? Yes, we have the syntax. Normally, how will you write the if block? Normally, how will you write the if block? You can write the if block if condition and from here to here scope of the if block. Scope of the if block. Scope of the if block. In case of nested if, you can take another if. This is the one more if. From here to here, this is the scope of. This is the scope of this if is inside if. So I would like to mention here. So once again, space is not sufficient for me. So I will take over. Yeah. So you can see this is the scope of block. This is the outer if, and inner if is should be like this. Inside the if, we will take the one more if. We will take the one more if. Here we will take the block, and if the condition is false, we need to display the else also. Else also. In the same way here 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 also. This one is the outer if. This is the scope of the outer if. Scope of outer if. Scope of outer if. And this one is the scope of inner if. This one is scope of inner if. Scope of inner if. Inner if. Inner if. So this the example is here. First it will check the condition. First it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then only it will goes to the inner loop. Then only it will goes to the inside if block. Inside if block. Inside the if block, there also it will check the condition. There also it will check the condition. There also it will check the condition. Here also the condition is true. Here also the condition is true. Then this block will be executed. Here also the condition is false. Then else block got executed. Then the X block got executed. Then the else block got executed. Then the else block got executed. Outer else, if the condition is true, then it will goes to inside. Here only the condition is false, then what it will do? It will goes to else block. Directly it will goes to else block. Whenever the condition is true, it will goes to inside. He starting only the condition is false, then what the controller will do? Directly it will goes to the else block. Directly the controller will goes to the else block. This is the very important actually. These topics, operators and conditional statements, looping statements, these are very important. These are very important. So starting time, you need to put lot of efforts. Whenever you get the good concept, you are good at these three topics, then you are strong at logical thinking. You are strong at logical thinking. You are strong at logical thinking. So is there any like normal example for the nested if? Yes, we have the like normal examples. For example, for example, if you want to log in with any IDs like some accounts, if you want to, you can take any IDs if you want to log in. First we will give the ID, login ID. We will give the login ID. So if the login ID is true, then only it will ask the password. Then only it will ask the password. If the password is also true, then only it will execute our logic. Then only it will execute our logic. So clear. So for example, if you want to log in some bank accounts and all, first it will ask the login ID. First it will ask the login ID. If the login ID is true, if the login ID is true, if the login ID is true, then it will ask the password. If the password also true, then it will execute our logic. Then it will execute our logic. 1 second. Uh, then it will execute our logic. Then it will execute our logic. Then it will execute our logic. So clear with this one. Nested if meaning it will have the two conditions. If you see, like if you want to log in with some IDs, there like first we will give the login ID. If the login ID is true, then it will ask the password. Then only it will ask the password. If you are giving the wrong ID, then it will display. Then it will go to the else block, and here it will say you are giving invalid ID. Invalid ID. Invalid ID. You are giving invalid ID. If it is true, then it will go to the password and it will ask the password. There also will give the correct password. Then our ID will be successfully logged. Our ID will be successfully logged. And I will tell one more scenario also. For example, you know already, you guys know about matrimony. Matrimony already knows, everybody knows matrimony. Matrimony. In the matrimony, so will we have the genders. One is the male and second one is the female. Second one is the female. So here itself, one is the male, second one is the female. First it will check if the first it will check the first it, I would say first it should be the male, then it will go and here we need to display some message, right? The person should be I would say in between 21. The person less than or equal to, and we can say one more scenario also. The person is greater than or equal to 21. So this person is adult person, and this is not adult, or also we can say unmarried, in between unmarried, and we can say married. We can say married in perspective of female also. In perspective of female also. In perspective of female also, we need to display like the age is between in between 18 or 18 less than or equal to 21. We need to display unmarried, and greater than 21. We need to display married. Married. We need to display married. So clear. So first it will check which category the person should be. If the person is male category, then this block will be executed. In that block we will write these type of conditions. These type of conditions. These type of conditions. If the person is female, inside the if block we will write these conditions. Based on this it will be validated. Based on this it will be validated. So first we will check the the gender. Based on the gender, we will execute these statements. We will execute these statements. So I will write simple programs. Then we'll get the clarity how it will be. Simply I will take one file. I'm taking the new file. I will mention next div .java and public class next div. From here to here, this is scope of the class. Every program, every class execution start from the main method only. Public static void main, and I would like to take the string aux. And here what I'm here I can take some normal values I'm taking. For example, int a equal to 10, and in the same way, int b equal to some values I'm taking 20, and what I'm doing, if is the condition, and I'm taking the else, and here I would like to. So this one is clear. What I did now. Simply I have like the I have initialized two variables. Int a is equal 10, int b is equal 20, and this is the if block, and this is the else block. Here what I'm saying is if a is less than equal to a less than equal to b, this condition is true or false? True. If this condition is true, what I'm saying is system dot out dot println. Here I want to display inner if. Oh, this is the outer if. This one is the outer if, and here inside the if I would like to take one more if. So simply I will take the one more if, and from here to here, this is the scope of if. This is the scope of if, and here what I am saying is a is equals to 10. Now you can tell me this is the true or false? True. If this is true, what I am saying is system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println. I would like to display a is equal to 10. 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 Now you can tell me if it is not, if I take 15, then what will happen? We need to take the else block. There itself we will mention. What we will mention? A is not equal to 10. A is not equal to 10. A is not equal to 10. Here I would like to mention like this. System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. I would like to display like this. A is not equal to 10. A is not equal to 10. So clear, this one is clear. So see, first it will check this condition. This condition is true, then only it will goes to the inside block, inside if block. This is the step number 1. In the step number 1 itself, the condition is false. Directly it will goes to the else block. So if the first step itself, it will like the condition is false, we need to display this message. What kind of message you need to display? We need to display A is not less than or equal to B. A is, we need to display A is not less than or equal to B. A is not less than B. You can display this one. You can display this one. Saving the file. So this much is clear. You can observe what I am doing, what I did till now. A is holding the value is 10. B is holding value is 20. I am taking the true condition. If the condition is true, the controller will go inside the block, inside the if block. Inside the if block also we have the one condition, one more condition. If the inside the if block also the condition is true, then it will execute this statement. If the condition is false, inside else block will execute. A is not equals to 10. So in the first step itself, it got false. Then it will goes to it will execute the outer else. It will execute the outer else. Confusion. This one is confusion. I'm saving the file. I'm executing the file and can open with command prompt and Java C and nested if nested dot Java. Oh yeah, Java C nested if dot Java. Okay. So the file got successfully compiled. Now we need to execute the file. Nested if exactly. You see, outer if A is not equal to 10, A is not equal to 10. If I take, where is this one? If I take 10, then you can tell me what will be the result. I'm compiling the file. I'm executing the file. You can see A is equal to 10. Okay. Here, here what I'm taking is A is less than or equal to 5. Then you can tell me what will be the result. Outer else block will execute. If you see here, Java C and I have successful compile. You can see A is not less than B. A is not less than B. Clear? This one is clear. Nested if means one if present inside the another if. One if present inside the another if. So we need to understand the concept. Based on the concepts, you can analyze and you can write the program. Developer main responsibility is analyzing the program, analyzing the code. If the client will tell the requirement, based on the requirement, you can analyze and you can write the program. You can write the program. So this much is clear. So should I go for the next one? So next one is the switch case. That is the last one. So switch case also very easy actually. Well, first they will ask the question, what is the difference between the if else if and switch condition? The both main if else if and switch condition, the both main purpose is multiple conditions. Whenever the requirement is multiple conditions, we will go for the if else if and switch. Then what is the difference between the if else if and switch case? Like the multiple conditions in between 5 to 10. In between 5 to 10, the conditions will be there. We will go for the if else if. We will go for the if else if. You guys clear with this point? The conditions, both main purpose is checking the multiple conditions only. Whenever the multiple conditions we have, we will go for the if else if and switch case also. In the interview perspective, they will ask like when will you go for the like if else if and when will you go for the go for the switch cases. Whenever the conditions is in between 5 to 10, we will go for the if else if. We will go for the if else if. Whenever the conditions is between is more than 10, we will go for the switch case. We will go for the switch case. Yes, is there any syntax for the switch case? Yes, we have the syntax. We'll try to understand the syntax. So normally you know already switch is the keyword. Is there any syntax for the switch case? The syntax, for example, here if I take some int choice. What does it mean by choice? Choice is the variable. Choice is the variable. So switch is the keyword. In the switch, I am passing this variable. I am passing this variable from here to here. This is the scope of switch block. 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 Okay, I am passing this variable here. This variable here, and here what I am taking is case 1. Case 1, I would like to take the some SOP statement, and here I would like to mention case 1 executed. Case 1 executed. Case 1 executed. So normal the syntax should be like this. You can take the switch case and you can pass this one. So I will write the program based on this syntax. I will write the program. The normal syntax should be like this. Syntax should be like this. We will take the switch, and here we will take some some variable we will take. So whatever the variable is holding, this is the block of the switch block. That variable should compare with the statements where the variable this it will check the comparison. Where the comparison is equal, then that block will be executed. So you can see here, choice is holding 2, and this one is 1. So here the both are same or not same? Not same. So this block won't execute. The same way I will go for the next 2 and SOP, and here I would like to mention case 2 execute. Case 2 executed. Then what will happen here? It will goes to here and it will check both are equal. It will comparison. It will compare. So the both are equal or not equal? Equal. Then this block will be executed. So switch case basically used for comparison. And when the requirement have the multiple conditions, we will go for the switch case. The same program I will write and show you how it will work. I will take one more file itself. I will take the new file and text document. Here I would like to take switch dot switch dot java. Okay. So simply you should take the class name public class and switch from here to here. This is the scope of the switch, and here I would like to take the any reference variable. I am taking here choice sum 2, and here I would like to take switch. Switch is the keyword. I would like to pass the same variable here. And from here to here, this is the scope of the switch case. This is the scope of switch case. This is the scope of switch case. So here I will mention cases like this. Case 1 equal to is SOP statement, system dot out dot println, and I would like to display the messages case 1 executed, case 1 executed. Okay, okay. In the same way, I would like to take 3 or 4 cases. Then for understanding purpose, we'll take this is the case 2. In the same way, I would like to take case 3 and case 4 as well. The same thing I will take. I can rename case 3 and case 3, and this one is the case 4, and this one is the case 4. This one is the case 4. Now you can tell me choice is holding the 2, and switch case it will compare where the same variable is there. Wherever the same variable wherever the same value is there, then that block will be executed, then that statement will execute. So the choice is holding the 2. First the controller will goes to first statement. Case 1 and 2 both are equal or not equal? Not equal. 2 and 1 is equal or not equal? Not equal. Then the controller will goes to the next statement. There it will check. There it will check 2 is equal to 2 or not. It is true. Then this block will be executed. This block will be executed. So I am saving the file and we'll see what will happen. We need to take the main method now. So I am taking the entire thing within the main method. Public static void main string aux, and from here to here, this is the scope of main method, and there you can put that code here. Okay, I'm saving the file. I'm going here where our file will be there. I'm going there. CMD. Oh, I need to give the CMD. Java C switch dot Java. The file has compiled Java switch. You can see case 2 executed, case 3 executed, case 4 executed. But my requirement, what is my requirement? Where the two variables are equal, that statement only I want to execute. But in this case, what is happening? What is happening? Remaining statements also executed. So that is not good thing now. So how will you avoid that one? We need to mention the break statement. We need to use the break statement. We need to mention the break. We need to mention the break. We need to mention the break. And here also we need to mention the break. We need to mention the break. Here also we need to mention the break. Then now what will happen? Only one statement will execute. Only one statement will execute. I'm saving the file. And we will execute. And one second, guys. My charging. Now CMD, I'm opening my CMD, and then Java C and switch case dot Java. Java C, and I would say switch tch dot Java. So the file has successfully compiled Java and switch Okay, you can see in previous case you can observe all the remaining statement also got executed. But whenever you mention the break statement, whatever our actual requirement that will be executed. Okay, I will repeat one more time. Hmm? No, no, no. Uh, so basically, switch case is it will check the comparison. Where the comparison is equal, then it will execute. It will execute. So comparison meaning like double equals. First, what it will happen now? I will show you. The choice is holding the values true. Choice is holding the values true. It will check the choice. It will compare. Switch meaning comparison. It will check where it is holding the values true. It is holding the values true, and inside the block, it will check where the where the 2 is there. Where 2 is there, it will check in case 1, case 2, case 3. It will check all the cases. In which case the variable 2 is there. Where the 2 is there, then the block will be executed. Switch case is for comparison. Whatever the variable we are passing inside this variable, that I would say that value should be equal to cases. Equal to cases. Where the the value is equal, then that block will be executed. Like I will tell one more example also. For example, we'll be having the weekdays like Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, like that. We'll be having the weekdays. The requirement is we need to validate. For example, one is the Monday. You can say one is the Monday, and two is the Tuesday. Two is the Tuesday, and three is the Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, and four is Thursday. Four is Thursday, and five is Friday. Six is Saturday. Saturday, and seven is Sunday. Okay, so I will pass the in the switch case some variable, any variable. For example, if I pass this three, then I should like exclude this one. The same scenario. How can I write programmatically is first I will take the switch. I will take the switch. I will take the switch. So like these inputs you can take from the keyboard also. You can take hard code also. So now I am taking the hard coding. I am taking the hard coding. Int you can take anything. You can take a. You can take anything. I am taking day. I am taking day. Okay. Day 3. I am taking day 3. So this is the hard coding actually. You can take the same value from the keyboard also. For example, if you take the from the keyboard, then it will automatically compare and it will execute. So now I am hard coding. This is the hard coding. I am taking hard coding value is the 3. And here I will mention the day. Day is what? Day is the variable in case. In this case, day is the variable. From here to here, scope of switch block. Scope of switch block. In this switch block, what it will do is whatever the value is holding this variable, it will compare all the cases. Switch block is having cases, case 1 and case 2 and case 3, case 3 and case 4. Case 4. Whatever the day variable is holding the value, it will compare. Switch is compare with all the cases. It will compare all the cases. Where the value is equal to the cases, then that will be that case will be executed. Then that case will be executed. SOP. Here we will mention like Monday. Here we will mention Monday, and the same statement we will write here. We will write next one is the Tuesday. Next one is the Tuesday, and third one is the Wednesday, third one is the Wednesday, and fourth one is the Thursday. SOP. Fourth one is the Thursday. Fourth one is Thursday. Fourth one is Thursday. Switch case is, it will compare the values. It will compare the values. It will compare the values. It is holding, day is the variable, it is holding the value, and it will check where the 3 is available in which cases. Where it is available, then that case will be excluded. Then that case will be excluded. Then that case will be excluded. Clear this one? So we can take in number of cases. You can take multiple cases. You can take 50 cases. You can take 100 cases. You can take 200 cases. You can take 300 cases. You can take 400 cases. Any number of cases you can take. You can pass here as the like some variable. So it will compare all the cases. Where it is equal, then that case will be executed. Then that case will be executed. Clear this one? Clear this one? Both purpose, like if and the switch case, both purpose is whenever the multiple conditions will there, will be go there. But for example, we'll have the 200 conditions, 200 multiple conditions. If you go for the like if, it will be long, it will get the long code. Like every time you need to use, every time you will use the else block. So instead of that one, we will go for the switch case. It is very easy. It is very easy. It is very easy. So if else if is for only the conditions is in between 5 to 10 only, and switch case is for more than 10. You can take 200, you can take 300, you can take 400. Any conditions, how many, any number of conditions you can take inside the switch block, inside the switch block. So switch is the keyword. The main purpose of switch is it will compare. It will compare the values. Where the values is equal, then that block will be executed. Then that block will be executed. Then that is SOP will be executed. Then that SOP will be executed. We will use the break statement also to break the statement. Break and break and break. So here I am taking this one as the hard coding. So instead of hard code, you can take the value from the keyboard also. So that is the different concept. This one is clear. Anyone have any confusion? Switch case, huh? Clear. Clear. Can you explain like about switch case? Yeah, can start and explain. Directly, if you give the directly, that is hard coding. Okay, and then next. Uh, uh, no. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Okay. Switch case main purpose is it will compare the values. Uh, uh, so I will stop the live.